And welcome. Alright, we are live. Another little 2 hour play session here of some Magic the Gathering. We ended up having to actually restart the account here. So, we'll be going over some tutorials. And just kind of showing the game of Magic as people start to enter in here into the stream. Let's keep doing this color challenge here.
Let's have some fun.
D, how's the audio? Okay, let's play a swamp. This is whenever a creature an opponent controls dies with a +1/+1 counter on Malaka Cullblade. It's a little low. How about now? Is that better? Can you hear me now? Hopefully that'll help out. Let me just adjust the mic here. Hey, what's up, Hannah? How you doing? Welcome. So we're playing Magic again tonight. It's Friday Night Magic FNM. Welcome. So I'm going to be going over exactly how to play. So if you are interested, we're going to do from beginners. So I'll explain to you exactly what the mana is, how to read the cards correctly, what the card effects are going to be doing. So we'll go nice and easy. Yeah, I think you just need to talk a little louder. All right, how's that? Is that better? Hopefully that will help out. Just kind of adjusted the mic a little bit closer to the face. And that way I can really speak into the mic better. Let me get some better audio. Sorry about that. So what happens is each time you play a turn, you obviously want to play your mana first. So your decks are always constructed with mana, spells, sorceries, your instants, creatures, and additional little tricks and stuff that you could do with all the different kind of spell rulings. This is a black deck, so this deck runs swamps. So on each turn, you always want to play a swamp first. That's the only way. Without these lands, you can't cast any kind of spells. So it's very important to make sure that you have mana on the table in order to cast what you have in your hand for the additional spells, which are going to be highlighted in blue thanks to Arena. They tell you what card can be cast if you have 1 mana, and this particular card here only costs 1 swamp. So if you look at the top right corner, you're going to see a little icon that basically that swamp, that skull means 1. So it costs 1 swamp to cast it, and it's an instant spell. And this spell means it's instant, so you can spell it. You could basically cast it either on your turn or on the opponent's turn. So normally what I do is I'll actually hold the spell and end up casting a lot of these spells on the opponent's turn. But because this particular spell is going to say target creature gets -1, -1 till end of turn, it gets an additional -1, -1 until end of turn for each card. Name Compound Fracture in the graveyard. We're going to cast this now to take out this Woodland Mystic, which is a 1/1. We cast, it goes off. Now we have triggered abilities. So the order of the trigger. So I get to put this either as last or first, and you just kind of drag it over. It doesn't really make a difference. They're both the same thing. But the triggered abilities here is his ability. So it's whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, you're going to put a +1/+1 counter on Malaka Cullblade. So that's another thing that people like to ask too, is like, what are these 1/1, 2/2, 2/2? What's that all mean? That's basically your creature's power and toughness. So your power of 1, toughness of 1. That means he can attack and deal 1 damage, or he can block and block for 1 incoming damage. So we're going to swing in. We're going to get 3 damage in. The goal is to take out the opponent's life totals here. So we played the same thing. So we always want to make sure we play our swamp for the turn. Play our mana. Cast this one. Then give that the -1/-1. That would destroy that creature. Done. And then our buddies' activated abilities will go off, and they're now 3/3. So they have 3 toughness, and 3 power. So he's played an additional 1/1, which this elf would cost 2. So as you can see in the top right corner, it's 1 green forest with the number 1 next to it. That means colorless. So that casting cost is actually 2. So it takes 2 mana to tap in order to cast this particular creature. It always takes 1 forest, and it's going to take 1 additional any colored mana. That's what that colorless symbol stands for, that gray. So we're going to swing with everybody here. Then our abilities are going to go off again. And again, currently we're just playing the computer. We're just going over the 5-color decks that you first get when you first open up. I've unlocked a couple of them. We're on black currently. So I have unlocked, I believe it's 3 of the colors so far. So we only got a couple more to do. So we don't want to cast that spell. We only have our creatures here. So we're going to go into the next phase. We're going to go into attacks. All attack and next. So Magic is played generally in 3 phases. You have a main phase, an attack phase, and then an end main phase, or your secondary main phase before your end turn. And you have each of those phases are going to have little different things that you can do, which as we continue playing, I'll explain as we go through the phases. So we wiped that opponent out. We won. We're going to get our rewards here, 750 gold, along with 500 experience points. We're going to claim the prize, which is going to be 2 cards here to upgrade our black deck. One of the cards here is going to be, so as you can see at the top right corner, it costs 2 swamps plus 1 additional colorless. So that means it costing cast of 3 mana in total, but 2 of them have to be swamps, along with any other color. Then as an additional cost to cast this spell, discard a card. So the thing that's great about Magic is extremely literal. Whatever the cards say, that's pretty much what the cards are going to do. And there's certain special rules depending on what the card is, but it's pretty literal when they come down to what they actually write in for text. The other card we ended up picking up was the Savage Gorger. The Savage Gorger is going to also be a 3-drop card, so it costs 3 to play. It's going to be 2 swamps along with 1 additional colorless card, so any other card, any other mana color. And this particular creature here, it's a creature vampire. It has flying, and at the beginning of your end step, if an opponent lost life this turn, you're going to put a +1/+1 counter on the Savage Gorger, which is pretty sweet. So at the beginning of your end step, so right before you end your turn, if an opponent lost life during, so if you attacked him and this creature did not die, and then you pass your turn over to him, he's going to get +1/+1. So he'll go from a 1/1 to a 2/2 to a 3/3 to a 4/4, and etc. He'll get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger as long as you can swing in with a creature and deal damage. We'll upgrade that deck. Round 2 against, looks like a Johnny now, so we're going against a white deck. So every time you play your match, you always start off with 7 cards in hands. You're allowed to do mulligans. A mulligan means is that you will redraw 7 cards, but you have to place 1 card back. You have to take one of your cards and put it at the bottom of the deck. So you only have 6 starting cards. Each time you mulligan, you lose 1 card in your starting hand. But you always start with 7 cards to go off with. And because it's my first main phase, that's what this little icon stands for, is to stop before combat. This is stop at combat, and then stop end of turn. So this is my first main phase. Every time it's your upkeep, which is the first time you get to take your turn, you get to draw 1 card off of your deck. So each turn that you have, you always draw 1 card to keep filling your hand up. So we're going to play the Swamp because we need mana in order to cast these 3 spells. So these have to go out first. This is the most important thing to play. So land goes first, so we have land. That means now we can summon this creature. We can bring this creature onto the battlefield. So he's a 1-drop Black Swamp, and this particular creature says that he is 2+1 black, so 3 in total, so 3 mana cost for his ability is return Sanitarium Skeleton from the graveyard to your hand. So we're going to put him on the battlefield. So every time you play a creature, you have to tap the mana for it. That's what this little turn symbol means, is that mana is tapping to go over. And because he was just played, he has what's called Summoning Sickness. He can't attack right away. So on your following turn, the Summoning Sickness goes away, and then at that point you can attack on your second turn once they're already out. The whole thing behind it is that you're playing these mana, so you're drawing power from the planes that these creatures live on. And when you summon them, you're literally taking them from their plane and transporting them into your game or into your battlefield against your opponent. So when they first come out, they're all dizzy. They're like, oh, I can't do this. I can't swing. So that's why you can't attack first. So we're going to play an additional swamp here. So now we have 2 swamp. So we're going to play a 2-drop. Actually, we're not going to play anything because these are just instant spells. So I have 1 instant that says destroy target creature with power of 2 or less. And this one says, obviously, we used this before, was a target creature, -1/-1 until end of turn. It gets an additional -1/-1 until end of turn for each card named Compound Fracture in the graveyard. So we're going to wait till we get to 3 mana to then play our Savage Gorger, since he costs 2 black with 1 colorless. And we only have 2 mana, so we can't cast him yet. So we're going to click Next. We're going to go into our combat phase. Here in combat is now we're going to be able to hit our opponent for the 1 damage. So we'll do all attack, 1 attacker, and swing. We click on Next. We have no additional spells. That's basically, it's a pause right before it because it's allowing us to cast any instants or sorceries. But because he has no creatures, we're not going to cast what we have because this is going to destroy one of his creatures, and this is also going to put a -1/-1 on one of his creatures. So we're going to end the turn. It's now his turn. We have nothing else that we can do on our turn. We're just going to hold up our spells because we can play these spells on his turn if he casts a creature, like so. So the 2/2 right now is what's called on the stack. So it hasn't actually hit the battlefield yet. But as soon as it hits the battlefield, I will then play the spell. You never want to play the spell before it hits the battlefield. Very, very important. Stack me, daddy. What's up, brother? What's up, Q? Welcome, welcome. So from here, dude, I'll stack you. We'll put you in piles. You know what I mean? Stack them up. So now that you played that 2/2, we're going to cast this Cruel Cut because this Cruel Cut basically says destroy target creature with power of 2, and he only has power of 2, so he's going to be killed once we cast this on him. So we'll target it. It's an instant auto play. It also gives a second. There's a delay because if he had a response to that play, if he had his own instant spell, he could also play that as well. We play this swamp, so now we have 3 swamps on the battlefield, so we can draw 3 mana. So this costs 3 to play. It's 2 black with 1 colorless. We're going to play him. So again, the Savage Gorger flying in at the beginning of your end step. If your opponent loses a life, you're going to put +1/+1 counter on Savage Gorger. We're going to auto play him. He's going to come out to the battlefield. And because he has nobody to block with, we're going to be able to swing in again and deal that 1 damage. And because that damage was dealt, our ability basically kind of just goes off. We get a counter, so we get the +1/+1, so he now becomes a 2/2. And that's going to happen each time, which is freaking awesome. So he's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger every time we're able to swing in. So we're going to play a swamp again. Put another swamp down, another mana. We're going to play the additional skeleton here, the Sanitarium Skeleton. Now, because he can deal 1 damage, if he blocks, we could then play this instant spell to take out this particular creature. Since this particular creature has, it's a 2/2. So we're going to swing in. So now we're going to let him commit blockers before we cast the spell. That's very, very important. Just came by to say hi. And good luck with your games. Love you, and Tori. Ah, Q, much love, man. Thanks for swinging by, bud. We always appreciate the lyric, brother. Take it easy, man. I'll see you later on tonight, bro. I'll probably end up hopping on your stream later on anyways. So we're going to click Next. So he's commit the block. So now because he's blocking this 1/2, we're going to play this Compound Fracture here. And we're going to target the 2/2. So we're going to give that the -1/-1 effect. So he's now a 1/1. So when our creature actually hits him, it's going to do it for that 1 damage, and that creature's going to die. Pretty straightforward. So you put another 2/2 creature out. Now, because we actually don't have a spell or an instant to play, we can still swing at him. So we're going to swing both of these guys at, because his ability says that if you pay 3 mana, you get to return the Citarium Skeleton back from your hand to your graveyard. So even if he dies, we'll just bring him right back. So we're going to swing it in. So now he dies. So our skeleton is back into our hand. Well, it's not actually not in our hand, it's in our graveyard. But what we're going to do is we're going to return it. So we're going to pay the 2 colorless and 1 swamp, so 3 mana total. We're going to cast it. And then now it's back in our actual hand. As you see, it was kind of like gray and really dark blue. That just means it was in the graveyard. But now it's back in our hand. So before our end turn, we can cast our creature again out of our hand because we still have enough mana open. So we still have a blocker on the battlefield. We still have that 1/2. And then that ability is going to go off again, so now he's a 4/4 because we dealt damage to the Ajani. So we're actually not going to block this time. We're going to let the damage go through. And now we have another Compound Fracture. Now, if you remember before, the Compound Fractures, they state that there's an additional -1/-1 till end of turn for each card named Compound Fracture in the graveyard. Because we have one of these already in the graveyard, it's not just going to deal a -1/-1. It's now going to be -2/-2. It's going to basically give itself 1 additional. So because of that, we're going to clear the battlefield. We're going to get rid of this Hollow Priest. We're going to drop him to a -2/-2 and cast that on him immediately. So now when we attack, we're free of blockers and we can get in the 4, 5, 6 damage total, since there's 2 of these 1/2s along with the 4/4. So you're going to hit for 4 damage here, 1 damage here, and then the other particular creature right behind it is also, because it's the same, it's just going to show it as 1, so it's that 1 damage. So it's going to be 4, 5, 6 damage total. Which brings him down here to 7 life. Then again, we dealt damage. At our end step, we get that +1/+1 counter on the Savage Gorger. If you're new to Magic and you've always wanted to play, this is a great channel to learn. For the next couple of times until we kind of go through a lot of things, we'll be doing this. So, woo woo! Thanks for the donation. Thanks, Steve. Take that $5. Appreciate that, love. Thank you. You rock. Savage Gorger with a 1/1. Now let's swing in. Same thing applies. This time it's gonna die again. It gets put to our graveyard. We're gonna cast it from our graveyard to put it back into our hand, so that when the beginning of our next turn, we'll be able to summon it again. Now because we have 2 of these, they're both gonna trigger. So these are both gonna go off. So now we're going to play the 1/2 skeleton. Foe only costs 1 mana. He's going to go onto the battlefield here. And we can definitely just full on commit swing on this. And that game is over. The donation thing is so stretched. Are you talking about just like the... And it looks terrible. Okay. I can fix that. Alright. All set. Easy enough. Thanks for the heads up. and play the next match here. You can't read it. It just looks like big dashes. Okay. Oh, I see it there. The ticker. That's what it was. Okay. Hang on. I can make some adjustments on that right now. Let's fix that. How's that? That's a lot better, right? All right, let's play the 1-drop creature here. It's the 1/2. Come here and play that swamp. Okay. Let's see here. Alright, so we're going to swing in first to see if we can do the 1 damage to the goblin. She might end up just killing it, so we're actually going to hold off. Next, we'll just play defensively. No attacks, and turn. So this particular creature stays out, so whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you're going to put a +1/+1 counter on the weird. And that costs 3 to cast for him. He's going to swing. We're going to let this happen, so now we're going to commit blocks. Now that we committed blocks, we're going to play the Compound Fracture, so this way this creature will get that -1/-1. And autoplay. Now that creature dies, my creature's alive. I still have the 1/1. He only did 1 damage to me. And because we have a Compound Fracture in the graveyard, if we play Compound Fracture again, we're going to put -2/-2 on this creature, so that creature is now going to die for the 1 swamp. So that's a nice little combo right there. Okay, so now the Unlikely Aid. So this is basically target creature gets +2/+0 and gains indestructible until end of turn. That costs 2 mana. That's an instant spell. So I can play that either on my turn or his turn. And then we have Nightmare now that we just drew. So Nightmare is a 6-drop, so it always costs at least 1 black swamp, and then 5 any color cards. So it's 6 to drop total. So I have to tap 6 mana to cast this card. This card states that it has flying. But Nightmare's power and toughness are equal to the number of swamps you control. So the more swamps you control, the bigger the Nightmare becomes. So right now he's a 3/3 because I only have 3 mana, but when you cast him, he automatically starts off as a 6/6. Generally speaking, you normally play Nightmare within an all mono black deck. Do that 1 damage, we'll end the turn. Okay, we'll let that 2/2 go in. Play the 1 swamp. So now we have a vampire here. And we have 4 mana, so we can actually play both of these spells, which is going to be cool. So this particular vampire, it's going to come out. It's a 2-drop. It costs only 2. Each opponent loses 2 life, and you gain 2 life when you tap 7 mana. This is a very, very bad card. I would not play this card normally, but because we have it and it's still a 2/1 body, it's something for now. So we're going to swing in. We'll see if he'll commit the block, which he does. So now we can play Unlikely Aid. Our creature is going to become, it gets an additional +2/+0, so it's going to become a 3/2. That way we can do enough damage to that power here. Of that power is only 2. We'll do 3 damage to the 2, which will then put it obviously to a negative, so the creature is going to die. So autoplay, swing in, and kill that creature. And now he's played a Minotaur. That Minotaur of a 2/3. So he got the same that Unlikely Aid again. We're going to swing in with both of our creatures. This time, he's going to block the 2/1 because he doesn't want to take the 2 damage, but we're going to do the same thing again. Indestructible means that our creature will not die. So now we're going to pump this up to a 4. Deals the damage. We kill his Minotaur. Nice empty battlefield. Hello there, Gary and Dory. Haven't played Magic in many years. Well, welcome, White Dragon. Hopefully, if you haven't played in that long and you still somewhat remember, great. If you don't really remember, I'm going over full tutorials on how to play the game. So, one by one, step by step. So, a great little refresher course to kind of bring you back. So, now we're going to play the Nightmare on the beginning of our turn. It looked like he had used a Shock, which Shock deals 2 damage to target creature or player. So, he used it on our creature. It killed our creature. Our creature is now in the graveyard. But we're going to play the Nightmare, which costs 6 because we now have the 6 mana to cast. So, we are going to tap 6 mana. And in order to cast him, he's now going to come out. He has flying. So flying means that he literally is flying. That he can fly over any creature that does not have flying. So if your creature doesn't have flying and you try to block this creature, you're not going to be able to block it unless your creature has flying. Because we're technically above another level, so he can't actually block anything. We're going to swing in with the skeleton again. It's the 1/2. Deal that damage. He's down to 17 life. That's at 17. I have 20 life. That's how each of these 1v1 games always start, is 20 life apiece. He uses another Shock spell again, deals 2 damage to my target creature, but because it's that skeleton actually gets to come back, goes to my graveyard, and I get to cast him, and he'll come back into my hand. And we're just going to resummon him again. We'll put him back on the battlefield, we'll autoplay him. And now we're going to deal 7 damage right to him, since he has no blockers, with our Nightmare. And as you can see, as I played that Swamp, basically what ended up happening is he went from a 6/6 to a 7/7, so he got that +1/+1. So he's going to get bigger and bigger for each Swamp we play. So currently we can't play this card that's in our hand. Even though we have the mana to cast him, he's only 2 black with 1. His little ability says here, as an additional cost to cast the spell, you have to discard a card. The only card I have in hand is him. So I need to have at least 1 more card in order to cast him. So we're going to click next. We're going to go into our combat phase. We're going to swing. So we're going to attack. We're going to deal 8 damage to him directly. And we're going to end our turn. We're going to pass that turn over to him. Now it's the opponent's turn. Hey Nick, what's going on, man? Welcome. So he's just summoned a dragon, a 4/4, and he swung it in. So normally, obviously, we're playing against the computer. If we're playing against an opponent wouldn't have swung, they would have generally stay back and use that as a defender, as a blocker against the 7/7. Now that's what I would have done, just because now I can just swing in directly and deal the lethal damage. But basically, this is cool because now I get to show you what this ability will end up doing. So we're gonna play the 3 mana here, so the 2 black and 1 colorless, so 3 mana total. 1, 2. Tap 3 mana in order to summon this creature out. But now we have to discard a card. So we're going to discard the Sanitarium Skeleton. We submit that. We put the... Basically, we threw him into the graveyard, but because this card states that if he's in the graveyard, we can pay 3 mana to put him back into our hand. So we'll pay the 3 mana. We're going to put him back into our hand. And now he's technically back in our hand again. And now we play 1 mana. We tap it. We bring him out to actual battlefield. So although we actually threw away a card, we gained a card in advantage because of his ability, so we're able to actually play the additional cards, which is pretty sweet. So now we're just going to go to a combat phase. I'm not even going to fully commit. We're just going to swing in for the 7 damage. It's lethal. And he's done. So now we're going to get an additional 2 more cards for this deck that they'll upgrade. So we have the Soul Hunter Rakshasa. It costs 2 black with 3 colorless, so 5 mana to cast. Soul Hunter Rakshasa can't block. And when Soul Hunter enters the battlefield, if you cast it from your hand, it deals 1 damage to target opponent for each swamp you control. Pretty simple. And then we have an Eternal Thirst. 1 black, 1 colorless. Enchanted creature has lifelink, and whenever a creature an opponent control dies, you're going to put a +1/+1 counter on that creature. And they're getting rid of these 2 Scathed Zombies in order to add these 2 cards here, so we'll upgrade. That sounds good to me. So now we're going up against Jace. Jace likes to run blue. That's his color. So he's going to play a 1/1 Zephyr Gull with flying. Play our 1 swamp. We're going to play our Typhoid Rats, which is a 1/1 for 1 mana. He has Death Touch. So Death Touch is a really cool mechanic. That means any creature, no matter the toughness, if you were to block or get blocked by that particular rat, it's going to die, no matter what. Play the second swamp for the turn. Now the Malika Cullblade, we're going to cast this next, is whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, put a +1/+1 counter on Malika Cullblade. So we're going to put him onto the battlefield, and we're going to pressure with the rat. So we're going to swing in for 1 damage with the rat. If he blocks, which he does, that's going to automatically kill my creature, but it also kills his 1/3, and that's because of the Death Touch, even though he only had 1 power. So Cullblade's ability was then going to trigger, obviously gaining that +1/+1. So he's now a 2/2. We're going to play a swamp here. I know we're actually going to play this 5/5 Mardu Outrider, and when we play this, we're going to discard the Sanitarium Skeleton because we know that for 3 mana, we can always just take him back from the graveyard and put him back in our hand. So, great value. We're going to play the 3. Discard the Skeleton. As you see, it gets like this cloudy. That cloudy little symbol means that he's in the graveyard. So he's actually not in our hand yet. We have to pay 3 mana, which we don't have mana available yet until next turn, because these 3 mana are currently tapped. So we're not going to swing in. There's going to be no attacks this turn. So I don't want to swing a 2/2 into his 2/2, because if he decides to block that, alright. So now we're going to take out some of his blockers that are here. We're going to use that Compound Fracture, do the -1/-1. That's going to pump up our creature here, give him a +3/+3. We're going to play a swamp for our turn. And now, we're not going to cast this yet. We're actually going to cast this card on at the end of his end step. So right before he passes the turn to me is when we're going to bring this back. So we'll hold our 3 mana open. We're going to go into our attack phase. He only has 1 blocker available, which is at 2/1. So if he blocks, his creature will die. And we have 8 potential damage to swing at him. So let's hit him there. We'll end the turn. He's going to play another Klaus Seer. flying 2/1, flying Cloud Seer enters the battlefield to draw a card. So he always gets to keep his hand full. That's what blue likes to do. He likes to manipulate and keep drawing cards. He's going to play a 1/3. Now he's going to swing for 5 in the air. Can't block anything. We have to take the 5. We're going to play the skeleton now. So now the skeleton's back in our hand. So enchanted creature has lifelink, and whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. So we're going to play this Eternal Thirst. We're going to play our mana first. Eternal Thirst onto our 5/5. So now our creature has lifelink, and every time an opponent's creature dies, you get +1/+1. Lifelink means that when he swings in, I'm gonna gain 5 life because he can deal 5 damage. He has 5 power. We're gonna play that skeleton. We're gonna get another creature out here on the battlefield, and he only has 2 blockers available. He has that 1/3 and that 2/1, so we're gonna swing with both of our creatures. He's gonna then force the double block. We want to kill the flyer first. So the flyer goes to the first side. This is the last side. So kill this first. Then I'll kill the Sworn Guardian. We gain 5 life. The Cullblade, unfortunately, it would go off, but he's no longer on the battlefield, so he's going to die. He died anyway, so he's not going to get that +1/+1. Ooh, Jace is playing pretty tricky. Now, if we open up our graveyard, we already have a Compound Fracture here. So that means that we can do -2. So we can kill a 2/2, or we can put -2/-2 counters on somebody. Actually, as the battlefield deals 1 damage to any target creature. Okay, so we're going to play this. We're going to target the Cloudskin Seer, take out one of his flyers. We're going to play the Compound Fracture, take out an additional flyer. No attacks. He can deal 6 damage flying now. And we lost against Jace. Definitely made a mistake here while playing against him. So we're just going to concede. There's no way coming back from what he had done. I made a mistake while playing, so we're going to try that again. We'll see what I did. I'm not perfect. I am not the best. Did you know? So I actually probably shouldn't have sacrificed that Malka Cullblade by swinging that in. That kind of threw me off a little bit. Got to pay attention a little bit more. Let's try that again. Okay, play 1 swamp. Typhoid Rats, Death Touch 1/1. Swamp, 2 swamps, we're going to pay 2. Cast a Cullblade. Swing the rat in. Cullblade gets +1/+1. Play the Meridian Outrider. Put the skeleton to the graveyard. no attacks. Play our Skeleton Archer now. We're going to take out one of those flyers. Swing in with both of our creatures because our Cullblade gets that +1/+1. Yeah, I think we got the right flow this time. Just hang out on him. The Enchanted Aura we're going to put down to our 5/5. That way gets +1/+1 with lifelink. And we're going to kill one of his blockers. -1, -1. Cullblade's going to pop. Along with the Mardu Outrider. Now, we swing in with everybody. He's forced to block the 6/6. We're going to gain 6 life, back to 16 health. Our triggers are going to happen because another creature dies, so we have +1/+1 on the Cullblade, +1/+1 on the Outrider. Alright. Much better. Now that we have a 5/5 and a 7/7, you'll play the Riddle Master. He's going to put the Outrider back into my hand. That's fine. Play the Outrider. Swing with everybody. Force the 2 blocks here. Make him get rid of his Sphinx. And that should do it. He only has 1 blocker. No matter what, we're either going to get the 3 damage in or the 5 damage in, even if he commits the block or not. We're just going to full-on swing, get past Jace. I've had enough playing against his blue deck. See you later, buddy. Ciao, ciao. Oh, good move. Okay. So he played Unsummoned. Unsummoned basically gets to put that creature back into my hand. Dirty play. He gets 1 more attack. 2, 4, 5 damage he can do. Before our end step, we're going to put the Outrider back onto the battlefield. We'll discard the skeleton. Oh, and he wins again. Alright, so I can't lose that 7/7. Every time I lose the Cullblade, I can't win. Alright. We will concede and try again. I can't believe I lost to him twice. Yikers. Jace, you're not that difficult. I mean, I'm just making silly mistakes. Let's try this again. Typhoid Rats. The nice thing is that when you're playing these tutorial portions of the game and you're just unlocking all the decks, it's the same game each time, so you get to learn from your mistake. So hopefully this time I get to learn from it. Hey, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome. Let's play that Swamp here. Play the Cullblade. Oh, Hannah, thanks for the subscription. I appreciate it. You rock. What's up, Frosty? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Ari, thank you. Aria Bear, appreciate the sub. Welcome to the channel. You rock. No, you rock. You rock. Supporting me, you rock. That's how that works. Very nice of you. Thank you. All right, let's play our Outrider again. Let's not lose this time. Let's discard the skeleton here. Udamaro, welcome. Thanks for following. Hope you enjoy what's going on in the content. We're just kind of going through the motions here. We're taking our time. We're learning together. Everyone wants to know how to play. I also still need to figure out how to play since I've lost to Jace twice. So let's swing in. Again, this is a brand new account. We started fresh. We decided this way people that are watching the channel that have been viewing for a while can learn how to play Magic along with me. Even though I've been playing for quite some time now, I definitely understand the game. But Arena's a little bit different. Oh, thank you, thank you. I hope I do got this. I am playing just against the computer right now since we're going through the trials, so I just made a few mistakes in the last 2 times trying to play him. So we'll play this Comprom Fracture. It only costs 1. -1, -1. Cast it on one of his creatures here. Okay. Put the skeleton back into our hand. Swing in for 8 damage. He plays another one of his 2/1 flyers. There's his 1/3. Okay. We'll cast a Skeleton Archer. The Archer is going to take out one of his 1/2s. We're going to play our Skeleton, put him onto the battlefield. Swing. Alright, I think we might have it this time. That was insane. Can't believe how many times he won. He's going to put the Outrider back into my hand. That's fine. Okay, we need a lifelink here. We can make our Cull Blades bigger. And our Skeleton Archer bigger. And it only has 2 blockers. We're going to swing in. We're definitely doing lethal this time. Goodbye, Jace. MG Storm. Hi, Gary. Updated are looking cool, man. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Definitely did some updates. We got an updated camera. We're actually just using my cell phone. I figured it's a lot better. We got the green screen. Everything looks a lot cleaner, a little more smoother, better transitions. Definitely got some tips from a buddy of mine, so he helped out a lot. Yeah, the wife helped me set up the green screen. It looks great. The channel looks definitely a lot more professional, so it's looking good. Got some better lighting today. Well, the other day too, got a little stand for my phone for the time being. Eventually, we will be getting a better mic. Don't really care for using these headsets. And obviously, getting an actual cam would be nice. But that's where you folks come in. Don't want you to donate. You don't have to, but if you want to, anything that comes into the channel just helps to make the production better. Every little bit helps. All right. So we've beat her campaign per se. So now we actually get to go up against an actual opponent that's either just potentially beaten or so is right in the same skill level as I am. So we're actually playing against someone for real this time. Playing against, it looks like Kurosaki. The stream is looking amazing. Thank you, thank you. Good. I'm happy. All right. So from here, we have some really good cards. We have the swamps we definitely need. So this is actually a good hand. So we're going to keep the 7. We have 4 mana. That means that we can cast our 4-drop. That's guaranteed. And then this will be something later on. This is a bad deal. This is a card we haven't seen yet. So this is going to be 4, 5, 6 mana to cast. 2 black along with 4 colorless. Draw 2 cards. Each opponent discards 2 cards. Each player loses 2 life. Okay. That'd be kind of nice. They'll kind of refill our hand. Deal 2 damage. Make him drop 2 cards. It's pretty solid. Can't go wrong with that. This is awesome. Thank you. Thank you. You're awesome. It is the complete change from before. I love it. Good. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad you like it. It definitely looks a lot better. Way more smooth. Big difference. Thank you. And it's only going to get even better. That's the best part about this. Is this there's only to push forward and keep getting better and better. We're going to pass the turn. Go to our turn now. We'll end it. We'll play the second mana here. We'll have 2 mana. So now we can play our Malakir. Cold Blade's going to come out. And all it took was like $11 blanket. Hey, facts. Legit. That changed everything up. Made it look so much better. $11 blanket along with my iPhone. Thank you, iPhone. Now we just gotta get that. The $6 selfie stand. Facts. It's the best blanket ever. Green screen. Who would have thought? We're gonna play that swamp. We have 3 mana now. He came in, dealt 1 damage. We're gonna hold our mana open. He's only dealing 1 damage back and forth, so I'll swing in. I'll deal 1 damage to him. It's the best blanket. You know, it's the ugliest blanket. It really is. It's not too ugly. You just gotta really be a big fan of green. It's very, very green. It's ultra green. It's just a little way too green. He's gonna play the Octoparfet. Jesus. Some of these magic cards are really difficult to pronounce the correct way. But basically, when this creature comes out, he's cost 4, he's a 3/3. He gets to scry 2. So scrying 2 basically means he gets to look at the top 2 cards of his deck. If he likes them, he'll leave them. If he doesn't like them, he'll put them at the bottom of his deck. Pretty solid. All proceeds go to RAM to run the retro games. Tune in tomorrow for the continuation of Final Fantasy. Absolutely right, Kraken. Tomorrow is the continuation of Final Fantasy. Yeah, the next, any kind of proceeds that we're getting, the next big thing I have to purchase is to upgrade the RAM on my laptop, which is what I'm streaming off of. That way, when I'm running retro, I'm not having so many hiccups and making sure that my retro arc stays up. It's just going to make a smoother gameplay for you guys to watch, smoother gameplay for me to play. It's just going to be a lot better overall experience. That's definitely the next thing to purchase, to pick up. I think currently right now with the lighting and the cam setup, the headset eventually, that's a smaller thing, but the RAM is a big thing. Got to get this laptop a little more upgrade. We'll head over to my turn. Play the swamp for the turn. -1 damage. Okay. Play our Savage Gorger, because he's a 1/1 with flying. He doesn't have anything with flying yet. We're not swinging. He's not swinging. We're kind of at a, not like a full standstill, but no one really wants to attack right now. I don't want to sacrifice my creatures yet either, so we're just going to hang back, relax. He's not doing anything too crazy. His board isn't too threatening. And it looks like he's just ending the turn too. He's leaving. It looks like he's going to leave all of his mana open. So he could. I got to be aware. He might have like a cancel. He might be able to stop one of my card effects that when I play it. Because now we're actually playing somebody live. I have to pay a little more attention, make sure that we don't lose. So he's ending his turn with 5 mana open, so he hasn't tapped anything. So I'm assuming he has instants in his hands that he definitely wants to play. And that's fine. We're going to play a swamp. But we're just going to we're going to play another creature. We're going to play the Skeleton Archer. We're going to put him out. We're going to ping for 1 damage, even though we're really not doing much. It's something. We're going to go into combat, and we're going to swing with the Savage Gorger because he has flying. So he can't block with those 2 creatures because he doesn't have flying. Hype? Yes. And those little emotes. We're going to end the turn. Our creature now gets +1/+1 because we have done some damage. Hell yeah, you unlocked an emote. If you like what you see, guys, definitely pop some emotes, say what's up. Don't mind you guys chatting with each other, chatting with me. It's all good. The more communication, the better. I like talking to y'all. So he actually has a black. So he's playing black and blue. So he also has a Skeleton Archer that he's playing. And it looks like he's going to kill my Cullblade. That's going to deal that 1 damage. Alright, Resolve will allow that to happen. We have no choice. Now, he might be thinking to himself, do I swing in? Does he put pressure with the 3/3? He's going to put the pressure in. I'm going to actually take... So we're going to actually commit the block because we have a Compound Fracture. We're going to kill his Octopus here. So we're going to pass. We're going to go into blocks. He's going to think that we're just trading. We're going to go 3 for 3, but we're not. I'm going to commit the block. Before I pass it, I'm going to cast Compound Fracture. Do that -1/-1 to him. It's going to turn him into a 2/2. My creature stays on the battlefield. He loses a creature, which is huge. So we're going to play the Eternal Thirst. We're going to play that onto our flying creature now because this has lifelink. It's just going to get bigger and bigger. So that's key. And because we have one of these unlikely aids available to cast as an instant, when we swing in with both of our creatures here, if he commits to block the archers, we're going to +2/+0 and gain indestructible. So our archer won't die, his archer will die. So we'll commit to the attack, we'll see what he does. He's going to put up his defense, which he does the defense. So now, before it resolves the attack, we're going to play the Unlikely Aid for 2 mana. We're going to put it on the archer. The archer's going to get +2/+0 and indestructible till the end of turn. So he's a 5/3. Kills out his skeleton. So he went from having a battlefield to now pretty much only his 1/3 left. He still has 4 cards in hand, and he has a lot of mana too. So he still has some things that he can do here. We actually almost want him to play 1 more card. If he plays 1 more card, that's going to leave him with 2 cards left in hand. And we play this bad deal. We're going to make him discard the 2 cards that he has left. So he's going to be like, oh, I'm sitting on these 2 cards. And then we play that card, and it's just gone. I'm really enjoying Glad I Came Along. Oh, I'm glad you came along too. Good, I'm glad you're here, man. Yeah, if you're trying to learn, you know what I mean? You're looking forward to playing Magic. And even if you don't want to learn, you just want to just come and hang out. Man, that's what matters to me. I'm glad that you're here. So I can't keep swinging on the ground now because now he has a Typhoid Wrap with Death Touch. But we can keep attacking him in the air. So I think that we're safe to say that we're going to play the Sengir Vampire. we're either going to force a cancel out of his hand since he has 5 blue mana open, or he's going to allow this to happen and it's going to go on the battlefield, which looks like he doesn't have a cancel. That's going on the battlefield. So I now have the Sengir Vampire, which he cost 5 to cast, which was the 2 black with 3 colorless, and flying is whenever a creature deals damage to Sengir Vampire this turn dies, put a +1/+1 counter. So this deck's all about getting that +1/+1 advantage when creatures die. So we're just going to swing with our 4/4 in the air. We're going to gain 4 life, get +1/+1. He's now 5/5 because we dealt damage. We have 2 blockers back. So we'll see what he does on this turn. So he's going to play Duress on me. So target opponent reveals their hand. He then gets to choose a non-creature, non-land permanent out of my hand and discard it. So he actually threw away... he made me discard my additional Unlikely Aid, which was that indestructible +2/+2. So really good Duress on his part. I'm surprised he didn't get rid of the bad deal. So he's putting all my creatures to sleep. So sleep means he basically tapped all my creatures down for a full turn. So until my next upkeep, that's when I'll be able to gain that back. But because he did that, he has 1 card in hand. I'm going to make him discard that card. I'm going to draw 2 cards because of this. And he's going to lose 2 life. So we drew into another Gorger. And because he still dealt damage, even though it was a card effect, I still got that +1/+1. So my Gorge is still getting big. Hey man, I appreciate for the subscription, Frazzy. I really appreciate it. Welcome. Thank you so much. Get yourself that prime. Rashka. So when Soul Hunter Rashka enters the battlefield, if you cast it from your hand, it deals 1 damage to target opponent for each swamp you control. Oh, he's not even going to let me cast it. He decided to quit. So he conceded. He basically scooped. He felt that it was the end for him, which it was. I had enough flying damage anyways. I had the 6/6 and the 4/4. We won that match. And let's continue our 5-color journey here. I want to thank everyone else who has tuned in so far for streaming. We have an additional hour left. I do have to work this evening, so the stream has to absolutely end at 10 o'clock. Love to keep going, but there's going to be a stream tomorrow, so whatever you missed today, or if you want to watch more, I'm going to be on tomorrow. It's be another 2-hour stream. We're just going to play some Final Fantasy again tomorrow, the continuation, and we'll go from there. Maybe this means you should say Frazzy's name correctly. I'm still probably messing that all up. I don't know how to pronounce that. F-R-Z? Is that correct? If that's right, let me know. If that's wrong, I'm sorry. I still can't pronounce things. Farzy. Farzy. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm like adding additional syllables. My bad. Farzy. Thanks, Farzy, for the subscription. $10 donation from Hannah. Hannah, thank you so much for that donation. I appreciate it. You rock. Ha, it's okay. Well, I'm glad it's okay. I won't forget. I got it now. So we're going up against... Oh, actually, we're going up against another opponent. We're actually going to concede. I don't want to play another opponent. I actually want to make sure we change our deck colors. We're done playing black. We want to go to the next color on the pie wheel. Deserved. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you. Hands up, son. Alright, so let's go back. And we're going to go into the red deck next. So we have 2 decks left to unlock. So we have red and mono. So mono red and mono green. We're going to be playing mono red, which is one of my favorite colors. I love playing green decks. But the way the standard is playing currently, red is really, really strong. Having that very aggro, very aggressive turns in the beginning. And kind of just pushing through with a lot of red deck win combinations that you've seen the last time I was playing Magic. I was playing with the red deck that I had originally unlocked. But we started everything over, so we're unlocking it again. Luckily, it's not too bad. The fun part is at the end of this, I have a bunch of packs to unlock, so we're going to open and crack a bunch of magic packs. They're basically all the promotion packs that we received when we started the account up. I put in all the little codes earlier before we started playing. So we're going to crack some packs and open up some cards as well today. So now with this, and now we're in a totally different color. So now we're in red. So red's all about that aggro. So the Tin Street Cadet was a 1-drop. Only costs 1 mana to play. We played him. He comes out. Whenever Tin Street Cadet becomes blocked, create a 1/1 red goblin creature token if he gets blocked, which is pretty cool. We're going to place another Tin Street Cadet out. We're playing very aggressively. We just want to keep pumping out creatures. And goblins, we don't care. They sacrifice themselves. They die. They don't care about themselves. They just want to keep attacking and keep pinging for as much damage as they possibly can. We're going to play another mana. We now have 3 lands on the battlefield, so we can play our 3-dropped sorcery spell here. So it costs 1 red with 2 colorless. It's the Goblin Gathering. It's a sorcery. You get to create a number of 1/1 red goblin creature tokens equal to 2 plus the number of cards named Goblin Gathering in your graveyard. So currently when I play this, I'm going to get 2 +1/+1s. The next time I play it, it's going to go from 2 to then 3. It just makes you get more and more goblins for the amount of these sorceries that you have. You love this emoji. Good, I'm glad you love the emoji. I love it too. It's perfect. It's the perfect hype emoji. I found it yesterday. I was like, I like it. I dig it. We got some good ones in there today. Definitely got some new emojis. Now, I mean, we got the good game. We got the big hearts. We got the frags. Along with that hype. And those are for you guys to unlock. You unlock or you subscribe. And you get them. You get those emojis. That GG comes in handy, especially when we're playing Magic. That's something I like to say to someone when I'm actually playing them in real life. When I'm playing an actual opponent, I'll give them a good game at the end of the match. So now we're going to play the Raid Bombardment. And the reason why we want to play this now is because we have so many creatures on the battlefield where Raid Bombardment states that. So whenever a creature you control with power 2 or less attacks, Raid Bombardment is going to deal 1 damage to that player or planeswalker that creature is attacking. So basically, we're just pretty much only attacking the opponent here. So because of that, this Raid Bombardment is going to go off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So it's 5 damage plus whatever other damage is going to get through, which will be an additional 3. We're going to play the additional Tin Cadet. Put the other Goblin out there. We'll swing with everything. 5 triggers are going to go off, dealing 5 damage directly to our opponent. He blocks one of the Tin Cadets. It gives me another Goblin. We pass a turn. He's down to 10 life. How do you unlock the rest of the emojis? So in order to unlock the remainder of the emojis, I believe... Let me see here. So down at the bottom left is your channel points. If you select on your channel points and you click Get Started, you use your viewer points as you've been watching the stream to unlock some additional emojis. You only found the hype one. Unless I have the emojis set a little differently, I might have to fix that still. Still learning, guys. So if not, I will have the good games, the hearts, and the frags for you. Is it purchasing bits? I don't believe it's set for purchasing bits. I think the only thing for the bits, it's going to be for the screams. For the little shouts that when you drop the bits. I think I might have messed up when I probably set them in. If I did mess them up, I apologize. The next time we stream, I will have them set up correctly. You should be getting them, and if not, I will make sure that whoever donated or came on will absolutely get one. Ari, thank you so much for the $10 donation. I really appreciate it. Super love. All right, so we won. But yeah, so I have those 3 exclusive additional emojis. You absolutely should be able to get those, especially for those that subscribe. You should be unlocked. You should have them all unlocked. If not, I'll make sure tomorrow we'll figure it out. I'll talk with somebody and we'll get that done. Completely deserved. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Mucho love. I'll tell you right now, with what's happened today, with everything that's going on, I mean, I can't be any more happier than what's happened in the past couple of days. Everyone has pushed so hard in this past week to already promote the channel and bring the channel up. My wife's done so much work, so it's not just for me. Even though I'm behind the screen, she's behind the camera. She does so much work for me. She fully supports what's going on, so huge shout out to DSI Kraken. So again, we're going to play that 10th Street Cadet. We're going to play that Goblin Tunneler. Costs 2 mana to cast. He's a 1/1. He's actually really cool ability, so target creature with power 2 or less can't be blocked this turn. So I'll be able to, on the following turn, tap him and give one of these creatures unblockable. So that means that basically if they had blockers, they can't block him because he can't be blocked. Pretty self-explanatory. DSI Kraken is the real MVP behind the scenes. Facts. Facts. She is real. She really is. MVP, best wife ever. Best wife I ever had. It's great. Only wife I ever had. It says sound alerts are offline. Okay, that's something. Probably got to fix that too. I apologize. And I was going to yell at you. It's alright, we'll fix that. Again, channel's new. Channel's new. Trying to learn. I'll see what I did wrong at the bottom. I'll tool it tomorrow morning. Yeah, because what happens if you were to purchase bits, you should be able to do your little cheers. And that's basically what that little diamond is next to the emote symbol. And I have cheers set up to where, depending on the amount of bit that you donate, you get a specific kind of cheer. Which are all pretty hilarious, so. But if it's not working, I apologize. Hopefully we'll get them working tomorrow. So we're going to play the additional Bombardment Radiant here. We're going to put another one out. So now that we have 2, you know what? And we're going to deal shock. We're going to take out his blocker. We're going to do 4 damage directly along with the 2 that's here. So that's 4, 5, 6 damage total. I'm sorry that you wanted to yell Nani. I feel so bad. And Final Fantasy is tomorrow. Yes, we have Final Fantasy. We had completed a couple of rounds yesterday. I believe we ended by basically bringing the Elf Prince back from his slumber. So we are playing Final Fantasy 1 on the Game Boy Advance. It's Dawn of Souls. Dawn of Souls on Game Boy Advance is what we're playing. Mara, if you were asking. We're still very, very early into the game. We're just going to keep applying that pressure because the amount of damage that we're doing with these double raid bombardments, it doesn't even matter if he has a 5-5. We're just going to keep pushing. He only has 5 damage left, so 5 life. He's not going to win. Seven damage. We're gonna no blocks. Cast the Nest Robber. Give him unblockable. Swing him with both. And that's game. That's now I'm gonna kill that black deck. So that's going to force that block. We'll put in that damage. Yes, we will be up for requests, especially when it comes to retro titles. But again, we can't pick everything just yet. Only due to the fact being that until my RAM is upgraded on the laptop, there's only certain games that I can run without a problem, without a hiccup. So I'm unsure what Cheers do, but this is cute. It's awesome. It is awesome. So what Cheers do, so bits help me earn. I actually earn off the bits that you've purchased and spent, which is awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate the 100 bits. So for those of you that are brand new, so how bits work, bits give you these additional cheers. It kind of just cheers me along. You get little cool icons. The more bits you put, obviously the better it is. 100 bits is dope too. I really appreciate it. Any bit works. It doesn't matter what you can cheer for. Oh, they are cute. Love it. They're awesome. Yes, you get some really cool cheers for them. So it's our turn. So now we're gonna play this goblin, the Nest Robber. So he's the 2/1. So we're gonna push it in. We're gonna attack for that 2. We'll see if we get that 2 damage in. I like the guy that looks like a Mochi. Dude, I love Mochi. First off, Mochi's the best. So freaking yummy. Let's play additional mountain here. So we have 3 lands. So now we have some shock. So we can actually do some combat tricks, which is nice. So we'll get the shock. So we get to pay 1 mana, and shock deals 2 damage to any target. So we're going to keep pressuring with the 2/1. Cool. So he doesn't want to block that. Hey, thank you. We love the chairs. The little fox boy, so cute. So good. So we got the Woodland Mystics here. Everybody's cheering. Hype train incoming. Woo woo! Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yes. Now 5 minutes, subs, gifts, and use your bits to get to the next level. It's because everyone's been adding bits. We get a hype train. So you keep cheering. That's how that works. Oh, it's actually a little corgi. I didn't even realize. Oh, it is a corgi. So cute. So cool. Yes. If you guys can, by all means, keep the hype train going. I'm out of bits. Oh no. All right. So we definitely need to take out that patrol warden. Get rid of him. Pass the turn. Comes back to me. Play a mountain here. We're gonna play a goblin gang leader. So good. Look at all the little puppies. Rip. Love it. All the Frankers. Little birthday cake. Okay, so we're not going to swing because he has that 4/4. An additional 21. You guys got 2 minutes and 38 seconds left. Can you make 100? I'm completely out now. It's all good. Don't even worry about it. Like I said, it's something that's just a little fun thing. I'm still super hyped. That was dope to see that happen. It's all the cheers. I love you guys. I love all you guys. Keep lying. Chat is going off. You guys are so funny. Creature you control get +2/+0 until end of turn. Appreciate all the bits, guys. Steel Shock will kill that creature. Make everybody big here. We'll swing in. Is gifting tier 2, tier 1 subs to Psychonics community. They're gifted a total of 2 to the channel. You're gifting out subs. Look at you. So whoever hasn't subscribed yet, if you got gifts, grab them. Awesome. Now you're just clicking buttons. Careful. And we made it to level 2. Good job. Y'all crazy. Let's go. Let's get that damage in. You guys are too kind. Too kind. He has 4 damage left. Let's play our Volcanic Dragon. It's the opponent's turn. You guys are all way too much. It's 4, 5, 6 damage. Jeez, I got so distracted and watch everything happen. I lost. That's okay. It's worth it. Totally worth the loss. Totally worth the loss. Chat is going off. It's nice to see. It's making me happy. Feel pumped. That's okay. It's against the computer. It's no big deal. We just play him again, and I pay attention this time. Yes, I do have. Definitely join the Discord. There should be a link down below. I can highlight that link. Join the Discord. Discord's open to anybody. Come on in. I have a suggestion box. You can put suggestions to retro games. This way, it gives me a list of what I plan on doing in the future once Final Fantasy is completed. So kind of just to give you an idea, Final Fantasy does take some time to beat, so it is a long game. But we're going to do it. It's been a long time since I've completed it, and I have a couple friends that definitely love watching it. I love playing it. Where's the Discord link? The Discord link should be, if you click on the About below my feed. If you open the About up, there's a spot that says Social. If you click on Social, there should be a link there for Discord. You bring that link, put it onto your Discord, open it up, join the Discord. And if you can't find it, I believe my wife probably can copy and paste it and put it into the chat too. Alright, let's pay attention. Let's get this Nest Robber out there. Let's swing him. Hawk, man. Dude, I appreciate the sub, brother. Thank you. Hawk's a homie. You rock, Hawk. Thanks, brother. That's awesome. Play that mountain. Alright, so we're going to slow him down. We're going to kill these mystics. This is what I didn't do last time. And there's a Discord link. If anybody needs a Discord link, it's right there. You can select that link. That link will open up. It'll go to our Discord. Our Discord is still really small, but you can join the Discord with you guys in it. It helps to bring the Discord up. And in the Discord, we can all talk and chat and so on and so forth, which is really nice. Create some channels, and as the Discord gets bigger, we'll make some more channels if people want to add more content, and etc. So, we want to make a good little raging New Bedford, Massachusetts representing community along with anybody else out in the world that's watching us here, trying to, you know, push over the small guy, which is great. These fans love you more than me. I'm not even sub. They're totally giving you the love right now. Absolutely, guys. So much love tonight. Thank you so much. Literally can't ask for any more than what you guys done. That's so awesome. Let's get it. An initial $5. Thank you so much. Oh, too kind. Alright, no attacks this time. So we're just going to sit back. We'll wait till our dragon is out. The whole bar is going to be Moonblood. That's fine. So be it. Let that tick a roll. I'll have Hannah's name throughout that entire bar. That's dope. Fine by me. Really appreciate it. Okay, so we're going to take the hit. It's 8. Mountain. And now we have a dragon. Alright, so the 4/4 flyer is going to come out. He has haste, so haste basically means he can swing right away. There's no summoning sickness. We're going to automatically attack. We're going to deal 4 damage. Hold back our blockers. So now we're going to use our goblins as blockers going forward so we don't take any more damage. We'll just keep dealing 2. Yes, all the Moonblood. Absolutely. She's a beast. Alright, so let's get some blockers here. Don't want to take that damage this time. It's 4 in the air. 4, that's 6 damage. Okay, let's see. We might be able to combo trick him out, but I think he's still going to block anyway, so we're not going to do that. So next, we're going to swing in for 4 damage, flying. He's almost done. Got big creatures again. He has 3 4/4s. He has 4 4/4s. Let him commit the swing. Okay. We're going to cast Shock first. We'll take out that 4/2 with Trample. We're going to play Burn Bright. So now we're going to take 5 damage. Instead of taking all that, we're going to take out 2 of his creatures. And of course he has that. Yikes, we lost again. Okay. Ouch. We're still alive. Burn Bright, 4, 5, 6. Not enough to win. So let's try this again. We'll figure this out. Hey, Garrett, playing some Magic, I see. Yes, I am, Shiraz. Welcome. We are playing some Magic again. We're going through it. I have lost twice so far against this green deck. Having a tough time against them, but we're going to beat them. We're going to beat them. Can't be that difficult. Did you know killing creatures that tap for mana stop your opponent from ever casting their bigger spells? So that's the tip. So we got to definitely use those shocks on those elves. So he doesn't get out of hand. Ari, thank you so much for the extra $10. Appreciate the donation. Love you. Huge love. All right, focus, focus. No more mistakes. Let's beat this opponent. All right, play the shock. Kill the Mystic. Just get rid of it. Play the Nest Robber. Swing in for 2. You would distract. Absolutely. Just watching everything that's happening with the chat tonight, I'm like so focused. You guys are so awesome. Looks like a RAM upgrade in the future. Absolutely. I see that happening. Once we get there, once I have that upgraded, you will absolutely know. Let's swing that. Shiraz with those octopus arms. So good. So good. Swing it in. Let's go. Get that 2 damage in. Did somebody ask about Minecraft? You did. Oh boy, Minecraft. Unfortunately, I don't have Minecraft available to play, Arya. You know, it was a game I actually never really played, so if I was ever to play Minecraft, that'd be something totally different. Let's get Goblin Gang Leader out here. Yeah, it might be in the future as long as the laptop can handle it and we can run everything smoothly. I know certain games are going to have a tough time doing just depending on the amount of RAM I have, but if I can operate it, why not? We just like to play games. It doesn't matter. Alright, we're doing way better this time. We definitely missed it. When I missed many Gary streams this week. It's all good, Shiraz, man. Like I said, I stream all the time. I am on 5 days a week at minimum. It is okay. If you miss one, you can always watch the replay and see how bad I do. You know, I'm just kidding. Alright, so let's play this Volcanic Dragon here. Alright, good news. We won. We don't have to keep playing against his green deck anymore. He's done. Cut it out. See you later. Goodbye. Ciao. Thank goodness. Victory. Finally. So we picked up the Immortal Phoenix for 6. So this is flying is whenever Immortal Phoenix dies, return it to its owner's hand. And then we have the Molten Ravager. Molten Ravager gets +1/+0 until the end of turn. Sounds good to me. We'll throw that into the pack. Yeah, it took long enough for that win. Especially against a computer like Jesus. These are just the tutorial matches. It's not a tough time on those. So good, guys. You guys are too awesome tonight. Fencing Ace, so he has a double strike. We have 3 mana. So from the 3 mana, we are going to play the Raid Bombardment. Actually, no, we're going to play the Molten Ravager. He's a 0-4 wall. We're not going to get any. That way he can't keep swinging in on us. We can block that damage. Now, our Molten Ravager costs 3, so is the 2 red plus 2 colorless. Molten Ravager gets +1/+0 until end of turn for the amount of red we pump into him. So you tap 1 red mana, put him to a 1/4, pump 2 red mana, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4, etc. for the amount of mountains that you have additional to cast. No blocks. Okay. Play another mountain. Put another Molten Ravager out there. And turn. Vigilance 1/4. Let that go. Pass the turn. Okay. Auto pay. And choose our blockers. This time we'll make sure that we kill that ace. So for 3, we're going to play our Raid Bombardment. And we're going to come back here, we're going to play the Goblin Tunneler for 2. We're going to come out as a 1/1. And we're not going to attack, we're going to sit back since we have the walls for defense. So yes, 3 of these Mansavrals. I mean, you know, we'll just block. No biggie. Put out another bombardment here. Now he could deal 3 damage, but we're automatically going to deal a lot of damage to him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in total because we have 3 attackers. They're all 2 power, toughness, or less. We'll end that turn. Ramalama Ding Dong, an extra $5. Thank you, Blood. He's gonna deal 3 more damage to me again. Okay, that's fine. So the Siege Dragon, 5, so 7 drop cards, so 2 red with 5 colorless. He gets flying, he's a 5/5 dragon, and then when the Siege Dragon enters the battlefield, destroy all walls your opponents control. Whenever Siege Dragon attacks, if defending player controls no walls, it deals 2 damage to each creature without flying that player controls. Let's play that. That sounds great. We're going to swing in our boys here. That way we can ping off 4 damage. Even if they're not even pumped up, doesn't matter. That's 4 direct damage because of that Raid Bombardment. We'll play our last mountain. We'll play our last card here, the Goblin Tunneler. We're going to swing everything at him. Oh, yes. Mega damage because of that Siege Dragon there. See what he puts up for blockers. I'm gonna pump one of those up. Pump, 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 pump. Make sure we do enough damage here to take out the remainder of his creatures that try blocking. Any chance of Rocket League? Probably not. I'm not 100% sure if my system will be able to handle it or not. And it's a game I really, really suck at too. Like I said, the channel is mostly focused on doing a lot of the retro content. So playing just a lot of old school games, games that I grew up with, games that most of the people that are watching have grown up with and played. Along with playing some Magic the Gathering. Those are generally what I favor here, besides on console. Console a little different. It's crossplay because I'd be able to play the squad up. Oh, absolutely, it is definitely crossplay. But if you ever want to get down on that, Shiraz, I mean, I'll always jump on Xbox 360 on another time, and we could play there too. So. Always jump on the Xbox One. We can get it down. Definitely get down on Xbox. And then in the future, you know, I would definitely stream more games as we continue going forward. Once we get a PC tower, get some better hardware, so on and so forth. Legend of Dragoon, dude, awesome game. So good for PlayStation 1. If I can get the emulator run, it would be a fun game to play. Absolutely. It'd be super good. Legend of Dragoon's a great RPG. It has been forever since I played that. And we draw a shock to deal that 1 damage directly. Johnny, have a seat. Like I said, if the channel keeps growing and everything keeps going, we'll absolutely do that. So, like I said, focusing right now, we'll get that a lot of those old school games that I know for a fact that I could run first going. Unfortunately, the laptop, it's a great laptop, but it can't do everything. But if you're enjoying the stream so far with Magic content, I hope you guys all love what's going on. I know we got about maybe approximately about 15 minutes left for the stream. So what we're going to do is we're going to see if I can tackle this last opponent here against the computer. And then we're going to go open up some packs and we'll do a quick wrap up with everybody before we take off. And if you like what's going on again, Magic again, we'll probably play again sometime this week. Or it's always going to be on Friday nights regardless. FNM, Magic only. If you're brand new to the channel, brand new watching, never played Magic before, it's a great place to learn. You're learning with me. I'll teach you. It's great. It will always be the face. 72 pounds down. Yeah, she is. You lost. It's a lot of weight down. Super happy for you. Haven't seen you guys in so long. It's nice to see you, Gary, though. Shiraz, dude, it's always a pleasure seeing you, man. Always a pleasure seeing you. Alright, she's coming over to sneak. You sneaking in? Wow. There she is. My favorite person. She's too cute. There's the wife, guys, everybody. I'm excited about Final Fantasy. I'm glad that you're excited about Final Fantasy. I'm always excited about Final Fantasy. Definitely my favorite game series. Period. Stop being so damn adorable. She's super adorable. Thank you. Thank you. All the compliments. They're the cutest. They were the cutest, apparently. It's her. She's really the cute one. Not so much here. You're doing a great job. I'm entertained. I love the game choices, and your MVP wife is kicking ass. Thanks, man. Oh, jeez, the shepherd. There's the German girl. She's popping up to say hi, too. Baby dog. That is, if everyone knows, that is the shepherd fish. At some point, if anyone knows how to create emotes, if I can give you a picture of Shiro's face and make her into an emote for the channel, that would be fucking awesome. If anyone knows how to create emotes. Because having an emote of my puppy would be dope as fuck. Okay, let's play the Molten Ravager. Let's put him out. So we're actually playing against a real opponent. Not even realizing what's going on here. So we're not playing against the computer anymore. We're up against somebody because this is the last time we get to play with this particular red deck until we unlock the final deck, which is green. And I want one of that beard. Yes. I know an amazing graphic artist that totally could. Alright, sweet. Yeah, if we can definitely get some emotes created for the channel, that'd be super fun. Get a character made with a nice beard character, glasses, hat on, something funny, you know what I mean? We'll get one of the dog. We'll get there. We'll figure it out. Again, if this is new for you, it's new for me. So, we're all learning. Luckily, YouTube is a great source to find all information to make everything better. So, we'll figure it out. Like I said, if we don't get the yells for the cheers working tomorrow, I will definitely figure it out between Sunday and Monday. Those are the days that are off streams. That'll give me more time to really do some research and make sure we have everything up to spec next time coming in for the Tuesday stream. Like I said, once this match is done, I want to go crack some packs before we sign off. Got a bunch of packs to open up. Bunch of new cards. Hopefully we pull something good. Still his turn. We're just waiting for him to end his turn or play something. Yes. Cracking packs. The nice thing about Magic is it's a free-to-play account. So Magic is pretty dope when it comes to opening up cards. And then because this game pretty much follows the format on what's going on in real life, you basically can pay for packs as well, and that's how you unlock even more packs. But I put in a bunch of promo cards, so it was dope. Yeah, eventually, that's another thing too I got to figure out is how to transfer what I've saved here onto YouTube. That'll be something that we're going to work on as well. So all of our backlog catalog will eventually come over. So you can pick your favorite streams, or if you miss a stream, you can just follow back, which is dope. So let's play the Raid Bombardment. Like I said, we don't have a YouTube channel yet, but in the near future we will. We will have one. That way I can start uploading the videos from here and saving everything completely and sending it over. Got big plans, big plans. We want to, extend those tangles and try to gain everybody in. Get everybody to come in, say hi, and chit-chat with us. Massive hypage. Okay, we're gonna take the 5 damage. We'll block the 2-1. At this point, I don't think we're gonna actually end up winning this game regardless. We had a really tough starting hand. Yeah, see, the unlikely aid. Okay, cool. And we're getting mana screwed. We didn't draw into our 4th mana, so we have a bunch of 4-drop spells that we just cannot play. But we can still put at least 2 more blockers onto the table. You know, it looks like our buddy is reading every card nice and slowly. I mean, bud, you definitely got this game, my man. At this point, if he swings in with both creatures, good game. I'll take the 7 damage and just call it a day. That's fine. You've won. You've won Nobody's Geek. I want to go open up packs. Let's go. I am not going to block. We're going to let that damage soak through because we are done with Magic. Woo! He wins. He wins. We're going to open up packs. We got 5 minutes approximately remaining. I get ready for work. Overnight. That hospital life. Get that grind in. Deal with the wonderful people of New Bedford. Yeah, work sucks. It actually doesn't suck. My work is a lot of fun. It's very entertaining, to say the least. I have a good time. I work with awesome people, and I get to work with my wife, so can't complain. Let's claim that prize. All right, so let's go over here to the store real fast. Oh, actually, not the store. We're gonna go to our packs because we got a bunch of packs to crack. So let's crack some packs here. So open some packs from Guilds of Ravnica. Let's see what we get here. We got a Wishcoin Crab, 2/5 for 4 in blue. We got a Graphic Punch as Jumpstart, pretty solid card. Lead of Guardian. The Loxodon Restorer for 6 is a 3/4, his Convoke. For our uncommon here, we have the Goblin Banneret. Banneret plus, woo, really good for goblins. Nice. We got an Integrity on the Boros color, so we have red and white combo color card here. We got dual colors. Target creature with +2/+2 until end of turn. Invitation deals 3 damage to any target, and you gain 3 life. Now let's flip over our rare, and for our rare, we got a Temple Garden, which is awesome. Okay, Temple Garden enters the battlefield. You may pay 2 life. If you don't, enters the battlefield tap. Really solid land here. Really, really good to have that dual land. I'll definitely pay 2 life every time if I'm playing a green and white deck that will have this in it. Sweet. Next pack. Kind of breeze through these. Veldican Mesmerist, the Veiled Shade, Collar Culprit, Hammered Dropper, Disdainful Stroke, Beam Splitter Mage. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell, the targets of the Beam Splitter Mage, if you control 1 or more other creatures that spell could target, choose one of those creatures, copy that spell, then the copy targets the chosen creature. Ooh, really, really good. Electrostatic Field. Defender, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Electrostatic Field deals 1 damage to each opponent. And then for our rare, we got the Gruesome Manageri. And you get to choose a creature card with converted mana cost 1 in your graveyard. Then do the same for creature cards with converted mana cost 2 or 3. Return those cards to the battlefield. That's pretty solid rare. Let's go to Ravnica. Muse. The Sky Knight. Another cover up. Barrier of Bones. Pax Favor. The Swarm Guild Mage. Really, really good card. So, green and black and Golgari is creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain menace until the end of turn, and then you gain 2 life. And then the Murmuring Mystic, which is whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a 1/1 blue bird illusion creature token with flying, which is really good for 5. Okay, sweet. It'll be fun for the blue deck. And then for our rare, we got a Chamber Sentry. Pretty solid there. Pretty solid. Alright, let's crack some of these packs. Let's keep going. Band Together, No Escape, Teos, Soren's Thirst, Bleeding Edge. Nice. Rally the Wings. What do we get for our rare? We get Krenko, the Street Kingpin. Whenever Krenko, the Tin Street Kingpin attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Then create a number of +1/+1 Goblin creature tokens equal to Krenko's power. Sweet. That is a sweet card for goblins. You need to visit at some point. Absolutely. No, I'd love to. Definitely gotta take a trip. Gotta do something this year, that's a fact. We'll figure it out. We got a Crush, Chandra's, we got the War Screecher, Unlikely Aid, Interplanar Beacon. It looks like nice. We got ourselves a Planeswalker here for 6. We got Arlen, Voice of the Pack. Pretty awesome. And we got a Blast Zone. So Blast Zone enters the battlefield with a charge counter on it. You tap it with colorless. Pay XX. Tap. Put charge counters on Blast Zone. 3 untap. Sacrifice Blast Zone. Destroy each non-land permanent with a converted mana cost equal to the number of charge counters on Blast Zone. Oh, that's a nice little field wipe. Pretty sweet. Not too shabby. Pretty good when you don't have a lot of things to play and you got a bunch of mana to put into it. We got Bloomhulk, Spark, Sarkhan's, Callus, Topple, Devil's Mayhem, some wild cards, and we got Tomik. He has flying 2/3/2/2 and lands on the battlefield and land cards in the graveyards can't be targets of spells or abilities your opponent controls. Your opponent can't play land cards from their graveyard. Meh. I guess that's an okay rare. Arduous Thief, Ripscale, Fathom, Yortzclaw, Soulmender, Moldervine, and Vengeful. And we just picked up our first Mythic card. And it's a Cavalier of the Gales. It's a 5/5 for 5 as flying, and when Cavalier of the Gales enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards, then put 2 cards from your hand on top of your library in any order. When Cavalier of the Gale dies, shuffle it into its owner's library, then scry for 2. Pretty good Mythic. I can see that. Since this is all brand new, it'll be kind of fun to kind of put him into the deck. He's still a nice 5/5 for 5. Can't go wrong. And he has some pretty solid abilities for a blue deck. Heart Pierce, Agonizing Lavekin, Gorging Vulture, the Rising Reef. Okay, and let's flip this. Nice. We just grabbed Sorin, the Imperious Bloodlord. Pretty sweet for a Planeswalker card. So with Sorin, you get target creature you control gain Death Touch, Lifelink until end of turn. It's a vampire, put +1/+1 counter on it for +1. The additional +1 is you may sacrifice a vampire, and when you do, Sorin Imperious Blood, the Bloodlord deals 3 damage to any target, and you gain 3 life. And you may put a vampire creature card from your hand onto the battlefield with its -3 ability. Really good if we do a vampire-themed black deck. Solid card on that one. Gift of Paradise, Zephyr Charge, Frilled Serpent, Lavekin, Silverback, Wolf Rider, and we got the Blood-Soaked Altar. Nice. Ooh, really good for black too. It's actually pretty good on common. And we got a Triumph. Excellent. Enters the battlefield tab to get the Scry 1. Nice, good little Scry land. Let's open up some packs of Eldraine. Steel Gaze Griffin, Ginger Cabin, Charmed Sleep, Foreboding Fruit, Lockwind Gargoyle, Cauldron Familiar, and the Mystic Dispute. And we got the Fae of Wishes. Awesome. So it's sorcery adventure cards that you may reveal non-creature card from outside the game, and put it into your hand. Then discard 2 cards, return Fae of the Wishes to its owner's hand. Alright, 2 packs left to unlock. We're going to open up these 2 packs, and after this, we are going to call it a night. We will open the remainder of these packs. Next time we stream, we'll stream together. We'll crack open a lot more to go. It's so sad, I know, but unfortunately, work calls and we have to go. It is a shame. So we cracked open that rare. Ooh, we got a little baked into pie. Lots of fun. Get to create a food token. But when a claimed contender enters the battlefield, if you control another knight, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a knight, aura, equipment, or legendary artifact card from among them and put them into your hand. Put the rest of the bottom of your battlefield, rest of the bottom of your library in any order. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. We'll get the Throne of Eldoran. This is the last pack in this particular set that we have. So we got a Paladin here. We got the Thrill, 7 Dwarves, Eye Collector, Charm Sleep, Inquisit Puppet, and the Tournament Grounds. And we picked up another Mythic. We got the Great Henge. 7, 8, 9 mana to cast, 2 forests, and 7 colorless. But when you spell, well, this spell costs X less to cast, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. Tap and add 2 green, you gain 2 life. Whenever a non-creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on it and draw a card. It's actually a pretty solid Mythic, especially if you're running a really fat green deck. But, alright. We got the big face! Again, I just want to thank everybody tonight for all the donations and all the subscriptions. Thanks, guys, so much. I hope you enjoyed the content that we did today. Again, follow us tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to be playing Part 3 of Final Fantasy Dawn of Souls. Final Fantasy 1, specifically on the Game Boy Advance. And again, we'll see you tomorrow night. Catch you guys later. Bye!